You have a solo concert coming up.
I do.
Right?
I'll be naked for the first 6 songs, and it's a show at 54 Below, which is a new venue, which is named thusly because, is it thusly or is it just thus? I'm not sure. I'll have to check my thus. It's named that way because it is a part of Studio 54, literally the basement of Studio 54, so 54 Below, and it's from June 26th to the 30th, and it's exciting for me because I've done concerts, many concerts over the years in New York and across the country. I actually did one in Germany, so I can say I'm an international concert artist. And but this is great for me because I kind of do what I want to do as opposed to singing what others have asked me to sing, and so I've decided to be completely selfish about it and sing all the music that I love from my childhood, growing up in the 70s and pop songs from the 70s and the 80s. So it's not going to be so much a cabaret show as it is what in my mind, in my ideal vision of this is to just be a great concert of pop music.
Where can people get tickets for this?
You can go to my website, briandarcyjames.com or 54below.com, and you'll be able to find information in either places about the about how to get tickets and when and where and all that stuff.
Speaking of your singing, was singing something you were always able to do? Was it something you studied hard and took lessons?
It was something that I just did naturally. I saw my sister doing it in high school when she started doing musicals, and I always loved music growing up. Very musical. My parents listened to great music. I have really incredible memories of, hearing Stevie Wonder on the radio or on the stereo, and a lot of jazz as well. So it was always a part of my life. I didn't really discover that I could sing until about junior high, when I sang publicly for the first time, and so that was my first introduction to what that felt like to do, for something other than myself, and that was an eye-opening experience. I really enjoyed it, and it was something I felt comfortable doing, and I got encouragement to continue. No one was throwing tomatoes at me, so I just kept moving forward on that.
Do you do any special rituals to prepare if you have to sing a lot, or do you just have a naturally healthy voice?
Well, it's interesting. When you're doing a show, your voice is obviously in a better place because it's like going to the gym. If you're working out a muscle, the muscle remains stronger. So when you don't sing, it can be shocking to kind of jump back into the water and sing if you haven't been doing so in a while. So inevitably, and this is true, you can see this a lot in New York, and you know it when you see it because you see people just going down the street going checking the voice and making sure it's in good order. So you could possibly see me standing on a subway platform doing that, which is fascinating and depressing all in the same breath. But a singer is always conscious, whether they're in a show or not. They're very conscious about what's going on physiologically within their throat. So, then it becomes a question of upkeep and going to lessons and just upkeep, maintenance, maintaining the strength of your voice, which I'm lazy about. So I don't necessarily practice what I preach, but there are times when it becomes mandatory for me to do so, especially when I'm doing a show.
Right.
I won't say anything then.
What? You'll sit there with your arms crossed.
I'm just going to stare at you.
Awkwardly.
Yeah, this is the worst interview ever.